I'm opening up a little like Fisher Price turntable with a Steelers jumpsuit on. Like I've always loved music. At 7, I think I got a real stereo with the record player on top, and I've always wanted to know how things worked, and I like music. So I started taking all these things apart, and eventually it led to me becoming a DJ. But I've always took piano lessons, and I played the trumpet in band, not to reveal too much. But I was just into music. So I think that, like I said before, with the invention of Serato and having all of your turntable stuff being instantly there, I kind of looked at it like, okay, this is really an instrument, and why limit myself to just this instrument? And, the guys in the band have such varied taste of music, and it's wide and vast, and everybody likes each other's stuff, and we're always exchanging, like, check this out and check this out. It was just kind of sort of inevitable. A lot of people ask me, like, wow, it's good you started playing other stuff because that DJ thing was just a fad and it's gone. But I never, ever looked at it like that, and I don't think those people are right anyway. I just looked at it like I'm doing what I like to do. And, if I can DJ and play keys and sample myself playing and put them on the turntables right away, that's something that not a lot of people are doing, and that's something that I'd like to try to do. And, it sort of evolved into me becoming the musical wizard back there.
Yeah, indeed, and indeed. Okay, let's ask another question. Then we're going to get somebody on the line. But while we're doing that, we'll ask another question. We got a whole list of these, Chris. Which one? Pick a question.
Shoot them at me.
Okay, well, he just wants me to shoot. Okay, yeah. Lots of people want to know about the new album, right? And we can't tell you the name, titles of the songs just yet, but very soon. But Alejandro Morales, who wrote a great little post up there, a young kid that fell in love with Incubus, he wanted to know, what were your feelings on this new album, Chris? Do you think it's your best album? And then what do you think of Venezuela? I think we've already covered Venezuela, so why don't we talk about what were your feelings on the new album going into it? What's your own personal assessment as both an artist and as a music lover?
Well, as an artist, writing a record is the greatest part of being in a band, but it's also the hardest part. Your emotions are involved. So when you have 5 guys that are opinionated guys, all thinking the music should be one way, sometimes people's feelings get hurt, and I'm not saying that happened a lot on this record, but for me personally, I have a vision for this record, but so does Mike, Brandon, Ben, and Hoser, and none of us, our complete vision is there. It's a combination of that, So at times you think the record should go in a different direction, but you have to realize that it's not just me there. So, it's an emotional process, but at the end, you have a bunch of songs that you made with your buddies that are, in my mind, incredible. Whether they're the best ones we wrote yet, of course I'm going to say yes, but only time will, tell that, will verify that. But I think this record was really fun. We obviously we took a little time off, and we all kind of went our separate ways and did our own things, and we stayed in touch, but it wasn't like we were hanging out with each other every day. So we got back together, everything was great, and we started writing music together. The process, the way we did this record was a little different. It's a little more pieced together. Usually we go into the studio and we have everything mapped out, and we're in the studio for, a couple weeks and we're done. This time we kind of barely practiced some of the songs and then went into the studio and just kind of worked it out as it came. So at one point the record's a little more produced, but on the other side of it, it's definitely kind of like, here you go, this is us, and it's a little more raw. So, I'm gonna have to let you guys decide, but I think it's a great record, and hopefully it's our best one yet. Some of the songs I'm still learning how to play, and I don't know how to play yet, and I'm still going through that process. So until they grow up a little bit in my mind, I can't tell you how I feel about them compared to all our other songs.
Okay, great. We're trying to hook up somebody else. Now make sure all you folks that are on Skype, I hope you all have cameras so we can see who you are. If you just want to ask a question but you're a little shy about being on camera, you're not going to make the cut today, I'll have you know. So let's take another question. And and see if we got something here that makes some sense. From Justine Balzari, she says, Chris, do you consider yourself a producer, and would you be interested in producing any new or established artists? What are your, well, we already talked about the tips, but would you be interested in producing any other artists?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I kind of consider myself a producer, not a very good one. I have a lot to learn when it comes to that department. But yeah, you know, I help all of my friends out. A lot of my friends are musicians, and you know, we've made a couple records in my studio. I do this little thing with my friends called Killing Friends, and you know, throughout this time we wrote a record. You know, me, my buddy Amiho and Onaje, and it's kind of hip-hoppy, abstract, down-tempo stuff. But if that ever sees the light of day, I'll let you know for sure. But yeah, I consider myself a producer. I'm definitely have a lot to learn and you know, beginning stages of it. But you know, somebody needs some help and I can help them out, I'd love to do it. You know, I'd like to take a stab at it.
All right, perfect. Okay, so that answers that question. We're going to get another person on the line here. It's by the name of Jeff Connor. I'm not sure where Jeff's from, but you can tell us, Jeff. Take it away. You're on with Chris Kilmore.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's going on, Chris? How are you?
I'm good, man.
Just a quick question, pretty simple. What's your favorite song to play live?
Oh man, that's like every day that changes, you know?
Yeah.
If one instrument is not working and we have to play that song, it's not a fun song to play. But I don't know. I think lately when we've been touring, the last couple tours, I think Punch Drunk has been my favorite. And before that, I used to like to play The Warmth a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of song that's kind of open has got a little vibey space to it, you know?
Awesome.
Yeah,
well, I
man.
appreciate it.
So let me ask you a question, Jeff.
Okay.
How did you get into Incubus?
Well, my cousin listened to them when I was quite young, because I'm still kind of young, and he got me into them. I think it was Make Yourself albums when I first heard you guys. I think the first song I listened to was Consequence, actually, and I freaking loved it. And ever since then, I just bought album after album. I've seen you guys live 3 times in Houston, and I hope you guys come
sweet.
back to Texas, hopefully.
Yeah, we love playing in Houston. That's a great amphitheater out there.
Yeah,
Texas,
the Woodlands, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love Texas. That's a great place, Texas. We love you out there in Texas, particularly Houston. In Houston, we've had some great gigs
Yeah,
in
with
Houston.
some great shows there. Yeah.
Yeah, Woodlands and Verizon Wireless Theater, I met you guys, and I loved it.
Sweet. Awesome, man.
All right, well, thanks for joining us there, Jeff.
Thanks,
and
friend.
thanks
Yeah,
for
man.
coming by, and we
Good to see you
appreciate
again.
all your support over
have
the
a good one.
years here. All right, we'll now go back to. I'm driving here, folks. I know this is kooky, but here we are, back together. Okay. Chris, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I'm a golfer. I like to play golf. I'm a homebody. I don't leave my home unless it's to golf. Really, I got a studio at my house, and I love to listen to music and play music. So I'm always doing that. But I guess I like to golf. I like to drive fast to the golf course and drive fast home, and come home and play music with my buddies.
By the way, hey, let's see. By the way, I can tell you, folks, that Chris not only has great hands on the turntable, great hands on the golf course too. And tell people about a typical day of Incubus out on the road. Your perfect day on the road,
Well,
Gil.
My perfect day is different than everybody else's perfect day. We all kind of get up and do our own thing. I like to get up, go play some golf. I get up pretty early to play golf. It's the only time I get up early. If I'm not playing golf, I could sleep till noon or 1.
Julio Zenteno, Gil, wants to know who usually wins when we're playing golf together.
Between you and me?
Between you and I.
I would wish I could say me, but Ren's on a different level.
And I
He
also
spends more time on the golf course than he does in this office.
I think that's about to end. I'm happy to say. But just for the record, Chris and I were out playing the other day, and I passed through the earnings to our friend Big Al, we love playing some golf with. Okay. All right, let's another one here from you.
Wait, you didn't let me finish my
Sorry.
perfect day.
Oh, shit, I'm
My
sorry.
perfect day, man.
Let's go back to the perfect day, and
Perfect
let
day.
me just butt right out.
So yeah, get up, play a little golf, come back to the tour bus, and